Hey everyone, welcome back to another war video. This one is a double feature because I had a busy last few days and wasn't able to upload War 8. So you get War 8 and War 9. So this one for Loki is taking on REVOD in War 8. I have Human Torch, Scorpion, and White Magneto, so let's jump right in. This first fight here is going to be on path 3. I'll be using Scorpion against Sersi. The only nodes that really make a difference here is Opportunist. Backboard Brawler is a little annoying, but not too terrible. Scorpion is a subdue attacker, so he can basically Fate Seal Sersi and kind of turn her off. Of course, Sersi throws her heavy right at the beginning, so now I have to wait out the glance. But after that, it's just a matter of, throw specials, try to neutralize her, try to keep her without her buffs, and then Sersi gets significantly easier. If she doesn't have her buffs, she can't go unblockable on her specials. Nothing too crazy. I use the poison pre-fight. Like I said before, I like using the poison pre-fight in war because of willpower, things like that. I did pop an invulnerability boost. I thought I parried there. Clearly, I missed it, so that was fun. But that's all right. Scorpion doesn't take any damage because she very conveniently only hit me, I think, 3 or 4 times, so maybe I took 1 hit. Either way, Scorpion pretty much in control of this fight. This is just a, spam special one. I'm trying to get her out of the corner because of Backboard Brawler. I realized, I had her in the corner for a little bit too long, so that's why I kind of just frantically started hopping backwards. It's pretty easy because of Scorpion's range on his special 1 and the amount that it pushes them back to kind of trap them in the corner, which is in a lot of scenarios is fine. Just something I want to keep in mind with Backboard Brawler. She only has 1 of each, the armor up and fury, so it's not crazy. But at this point, I'm just at, get her to 1 more special. I did trigger the glance, but she's at 1%, so I keep hitting her, hoping that the glance damage will be enough, and it is. So that was the only path fight. I also have this Absorbing Man on node 22. You can see I'll be using Human Torch with Flame on. Somebody else placed an Odin pre-fight. This is the Hazard Shift Incinerate Shock node, so Torch obviously Incinerate immune, and the Odin buff helps with the shock, so I don't really have to worry about the debuffs too much. The only thing is in shock mode, you don't want to stack up too many because of insult to injury, so parries can fail, things along those lines. So I'm trying to keep Absorbing Man to special 1. Pretty comfortable heavy countering that special 1 after fighting him as much as I did. There, I just ate it, so, that's always fun. I'm not exactly sure what happened there, but, it's all right. I had an invulnerability boost on, so it wasn't anything too crazy. And you can see Torch just absolutely melted through that fight. So nothing too wild there. That'll do it for Torch in this war. We'll go back to Scorpion here as I'm on path 7 in section 2. Gonna use Scorpion against this Wong. You've seen me fight Wong quite a few times with Scorpion. Like I've said before, the big thing with Wong is his heavy attack, and you just want to keep an eye on his his mystical charges up there in the top right. So it's at 15. If he gets over 90, you just got to hit him with a heavy attack before they expire. A lot of the times with Scorpion, he's KO'd well before he gets there. So, I just wanted to throw his specials. He's throwing that special 1. I put a combat regen on just to top off. I was a little short of 100% health. So combat regen just to try to get to that full yellow bar, bait out these specials. I'm just going to block this special because I have been bad at dodging Wong special 2 multiple times. So I just take that little bit of chip damage, and that's going to do it for Wong. So last fight of this war for me is going to be Jabari here on node 43. Jabari can be pretty annoying here. This is basically if they purify a debuff, then they get a power creep, which increases combat power rate. And Jabari, very good at purifying debuffs. So I placed a White Magneto pre-fight. I had placed 2 prior, so you'll notice my White Magneto has 0 persistent charges. What that means is the only way my White Magneto can get prowess is through a heavy attack. So with this node, I do have to heavy or knock them down in order to remove that protection. It's a 75% protection, so it's pretty substantial. Can't really just kind of power through it. I'm also not throwing my special 1 or special 2 with White Magneto because they do place a debuff, the armor break on the special 1, and then a bleed on a special 2. So I'm just trying to, I'll go up to special 3, that's fine, the special 3 doesn't. There, she was in the hunt, I think, or maybe I missed the parry. Either way, I thought that I had the... I thought I had her stunned so I can knock her down. I didn't. But here, you know, you can see the special 3, even with, I think, only 2 prowess, still does pretty good damage. Also with Jabari, one thing to note is when you're ensnared, you know, you can't reliably dex the special 1. So I just, you know, want to make sure to block that last hit. But you can see here it's going pretty smooth so far, but here, now she's in the hunt. When she's in the hunt, she's stun immune. So there, I just missed the timing on that one. I take a big crit, which was very fun. But here, I just need the hunt to end. So the hunt ends, now I can heavy her, get the protection off. She's pretty low, and Jabari has a very low health pool. So at this point, I'm thinking, you know, I have 3 prowess. I'm going to throw the special 2 as soon as she gives me the opportunity. So I full combo into the special 2, and that is enough to KO Jabari. So that will do it for this war. 4 fights for me. Was able to get through all of them clean. We'll move on to war number 9 now, where I have the debut of rank 4 America Chavez, White Magneto, and Mr. Fantastic. So fun war for this one. I'm on path 2 to start. So I'll be fighting this Mangog. I'm using a White Magneto pre-fight and then all of Mr. Fantastic's pre-fights. Reason for the White Magneto is because this node has a limber-like mechanic. So White Magneto helps bypass that. And then the 3 pre-fights for Mr. Fantastic to help manage this fight a little bit better. So basically this node is every 6 seconds I get a buff on me. And Mangog, obviously Mystic Defender. He's going to be benefiting from Mystic Dispersion. So he definitely has some Mystic Dispersion on. It's kind of tough to tell how much because the Petrify is affecting that, which is part of the reason why Mr. Fantastic is pretty good for this fight. I throw the special 2 to double my debuff, so now he's got double Petrify. So that basically, you know, it effectively turns off Mangog's power gain below the 2 bars of power. So at this point, you know, Mr. Fantastic is very good at just managing power, keeping them at a relatively low power, and then, you know, just I'm trying to go up to special 2 here. Again, I don't really need the special 2 for the power gain reversal, but I don't want to throw another special 1 because he'll get to the 10. Mr. Fantastic is a subdue attacker, so he would have been able to Fate Seal and or neutralize the Unstoppable, but just didn't want to deal with it anyway. So you can see very easy fight for Mr. Fantastic, really able to handle that fight well. Next on the path is going to be Valkyrie. I'll be using White Magneto here just to kind of get my pre-fight back that I used on Mangog. So Valkyrie is metal, so White Magneto very good, and this node does not benefit Valkyrie at all, so it's just a standard Valkyrie fight. The one thing I have to be aware of here is even though Valkyrie is metal and magnetized, she can shrug debuffs, so because I didn't place a White Magneto pre-fight, I just got to be aware, you know, if I do stun her, she can still shrug it. So just kind of want to be a little careful after stuns. Ideally, I want to just push her to special 1, bait out the special 1. Valkyrie's also a tactic defender, so you can see she has that flourish. I go hit her block, get rid of that, so I'm not really too concerned. And like I said, I just want to keep her at special 1. Her special 1's very easy to deal with. After she kind of does that, like, you know, flip turn at the end right there, it's very easy to go in and punish it. The special 2, not reliable to punish because, you know, she throws her like a dagger at you at the end, and, you know, the range can be a little off. So here, you know, I get up to the special 2, throw the special 2, that does some pretty solid damage, and the degen is enough to finish her off from there. So pretty easy fight with White Magneto, nothing too crazy, and it got me my pre-fight back so that I can place them later in the war, including right here on Gorr. So I have this Conflictor fight. I was backed up in Special 2, but here is the debut of Rank 4 America Chavez against Gorr on Conflictor. So you've seen me take Apocalypse here quite a few times, but now it's going to be Gorr. So here I meant to backdraft into Special 2, and then I got pushed to Special 3, which is not bad. Like, you know, America Chavez as special 3 still is solid. It opens up one of each dimension, and that really does help with her. But here I'm trying to bait out this special before throwing the special 3 so that his power's empty. Because of the way, so I have 12/200 boosts on for Mystic. He had a bunch of buffs on that are going to get Fate Sealed. So I shot right back up to a special 3, so I get to throw back-to-back special 3s here. So start of the fight going pretty well so far. I want to keep Gorr at special 1 because his special 1's a little bit easier to deal with. So here, because of the back-to-back specials, and then, of course, I mess up and get clipped there. But now he's right below 1 bar of power, right below 2 bars of power. So I want him to throw the special 1. I don't really want to deal with the special 2, but he is really taking his sweet time. But now I'm in the corner, so I'm going to get a couple debuffs on me, which is very fun. And then I guess I, let go of block. Here, again, I throw the special 1, which shoots me up to a special 3 because of my Mystic Dispersion, so I get to throw another special 3. You'll notice I have not thrown a single special 2 yet, which is really what you want to do in this fight. I had one opportunity to do it, and I missed it, and then I've just been thrown up the special 3 a couple times. So here, though, my power back and everything gets me right shy of it, so there we go. I'm finally able to throw a special 2, and that's enough to KO. So a little bit more interesting than it should have been. Chavez is able to handle that fight very well, but as you're going to see me say here, I do not like Gorr. He's very fun to fight against. But next fight for me is going to be the last fight of the war. It'll be Chavez again, healed her back up, and I'll be taking this Aarkus on node 54. I play some Mr. Fantastic Petrify for 2 reasons. It's kind of, a no downside thing. I placed it because if it sticks, it'll help with the power gain. If it doesn't stick, then it automatically triggers Aarkus's tenacity, and I don't have to worry about missing a stun early on in the fight. So I do pop in a vulnerability boost because my goal is to, if I can't get him to bait out a special 1, then push him to special 3, so I don't have to worry about the special 2, which is unblockable and has multiple hits and can hit pretty hard based on the node. So here, I get pushed again up to my own special 3, but he just threw his special 3, so he's empty on power, so I'm not too concerned about it. Throw my special 3 to kind of help reset the fight here, so he's back in his corner. I'm still kind of in conflictor mode. I could have comboed into that, but also I wanted to, keep his power relatively low so that he's baiting out those specials, and he's throwing the special 1. So he is being pretty loose with them right now, which is good. That's what I want, because, like I said, I just want him spamming a special 1. It's easy to dodge, easy to deal with. So here I am going to throw the special 2, which is not unblockable because I didn't have all 3 dimensions up, which is not a huge deal. There he does shake off my stun, but I'm going to push him to just shy of a special 3. He was nice enough to try to heavy into my heavy. So I throw this special 2, not quite enough, but at this point, just, I have the invulnerability boost. So he's going to throw his special 3 after this. I just need to basically 1 combo him, and then he'll be done. So not really too concerned as long as I don't, really mess up in the corner here after this special 3. You can see I have my special 1. He could bait out a heavy combo into a heavy, and that's going to do it for Aarkus. So he definitely went a lot smoother than Gorr, but that'll do it for me for this one. So across the 2 wars, I had 8 fights, was able to get through them all. Gets me to 49 fights on the season. Still the 1 death to Gorr, and a streak now of 38. For both wars, we were able to win both of them. We're on a nice little streak, so hopefully we can keep that up, finish strong. The second war against Salty was one of the best wars I think we've ever had, so really, really proud of the way that we did. Hopefully we can kind of continue that good momentum into the last 3 wars of the season. You can see we have moved up to 6th place. So that'll do it for this very special double feature. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see everyone soon.